Hey friends, we actually have a build video for you today, which I presume you already know because of the title, and I already started filming it and disassembling a whole bunch of stuff when I realized that we never recorded an intro to the video. So in today's video, we're building a completely water-cooled PC courtesy of our friends at Lee and EK. They sent over this 011 Dynamic XL for us to check out, in addition to sending us this distro block that goes with it. So the plan is to put everything in here, obviously. We're gonna be using our ASRock X570 Tai Chi with a Ryzen 7 3700X, G.Skill Trident Zen Neo, and we're gonna be going for a black and silver aesthetic. As you can see, the RAM fits in, the Tai Chi fits in. Then EK sent over their Velocity Strike CPU block. Look at how gorgeous that is. That fits in so well with the motherboard and the RAM. And then finally, the coup de grace, the RX 5700 XT with EK's special edition block. Black and silver. You like it? I like it. Let's get to building it after I tell you about today's video sponsor. Today's video is brought to you by Drop and their special Sennheiser HD58X headphones. These amazing sounding open back headphones are perfect for anything that you want to do, whether it's listening to music, edit videos. They're fantastic. They have soft, comforting ear pads that make sure that even in the hottest of rages, you can be calmed down by their warm, soothing touch. They also have detachable cables, and did I mention that the sound quality is fantastic, and they come in at a super reasonable price of only $160. But if you use our link in the video description, you will actually get $25 off, making this an even better value than it is already. So check that out, $25 off right now. All right, friends, the build is essentially done. I'm gonna talk about a few things that I probably am not the biggest fan of because I screwed it up, but I'll explain that in a second. But you see we have the Velocity Strike block right here looking amazing. The special edition 5700 block from EK also looking gorgeous. The distro plate, pretty easy to set up. However, what we did notice was that in shipping, it looks like some of the tension on one of the screws right over here cracked the acrylic. So the acrylic is cracked right here, but when looking at it from a different angle, it doesn't look like it made its way down to the O-ring. So the plan is that we're still gonna try to run it, obviously with the caveat that it could potentially leak on us because of the tension crack right here at this screw. But that was the way that it shipped, unfortunately, and these things happen. So it's not a big deal. Everything looks pretty decent. A lot of the runs I'm pretty okay with, especially for the radiators. I think it did a pretty decent job of getting just the straight 90-degree bend there. The CPU, I'm okay with how I did the runs. I don't like how they sag, but also the distro plate is slightly below the CPU block, so that made it a little weird. I suppose I could have raised up the distro block, but not something that was a huge concern. My biggest disappointment is obviously these GPU runs. They're not symmetrical. This one comes out a bit further. This one goes down a bit weirder. I had a really tough time with the dual 90-degree bends, and just with my lack of practice in hardline tubing, it just didn't come out the best way. And unfortunately, we don't have any extra tubing, so I couldn't try to run it again. I went through all of the tubing that EK sent us for this build, just trying to get everything right. Because I'm still a novice when it comes to hardline water cooling. But overall, I'm happy. I think the distro plate makes everything just look really good going sideways that way. If this was just raised up a little bit, I would be a little bit happier, but unfortunately it is what it is. So now it's time to fill up the res, the distro plate, and hopefully get this thing to turn on and run. So because this pump actually uses a fan header, we have it connected to a second system so that we don't turn this one on, because part of the concern is, again, the leaking. Oopsies, I was not paying attention. Okay, I was paying attention to filming and not to filling, so I screwed that up. There's no leakage, nothing was leaking. It was just the fact that I overflowed the tube. That's looking quite good. All right, so I don't want to fill it more. I just kind of want to turn it on and see if we can get some distribution going on. There we go. Oh no, Is that going the wrong way? I'm gonna have to figure this out. Oh no. Oh freaking no. Oh, that sucks. What? Okay, so I thought this was the import from the GPU, but this is the out port from the block. So that's going into the out section here, so it's not sending it through. This actually, like, this needs to be reversed. Dang. Okay, I got this all backwards. Okay, well, the good news is I put a drain plug on the back over here. Okay, we're gonna cut and come back. Okay, so we actually were able to fix it. The manual doesn't say which ones are the in and the out. I assumed incorrectly. I did it from top down instead of from bottom up, which is the way it filled, as you could have seen. So if we take a look at the way it is now versus the way it was before, we actually didn't have to make any new tubes. So if I could just show you, this tube was on this top section. I just swapped the in and the out port, so everything's fine. This is going out to the inlet, and this is going out to the outlet, to the inlet on the res, and then I assume this is the outlet to the CPU going into the inlet. And fortunately, because I have two 90-degree fittings here that are rotating, I was able to just kind of jimmy this up here, which allows us to get it to connect here without redoing the tubes. And then fortunately, I got the radiator correct. So that didn't need to be retubed whatsoever. So now we're actually ready for filling number 2. Dang it. Oh man, this is what happens when you're a water cooling noob. But fortunately, the computer wasn't on, nothing got damaged, and hopefully everything should be good to go. Just putting the tube for filling back, and then I just need the bottle, which has all of the delicious goo. And we're gonna try this again. What is this, the third time? Second? I don't know. We're gonna get it right this time. So I hope this is right, because this is the outlet for the radiator, and this is the inlet for the radiator. So everything should be fine, and then it goes right back out into the distro block. Oh, look at that splashing going on. All right. Gorgeous. All right, let's see if it works this time. Turn that on. This should get going. Oh. And that's leaking. Okay, great.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
Let's try that again. Okay, no leak there. Why are you not pushing the liquid through? Now I'm actually confused. Because this should be the out for the GPU and this is the in. So that should be moving, and it did a little bit. It's here. Now it just needs to come out through there. I wonder if because it's plugged into this computer, if it's not getting enough juice to actually power the, to power the pump. Let's try. Oopsies. Okay. All right, well, we're gonna troubleshoot this again, I suppose. I'm not sure what the actual issue is now.
Later that same evening.
Okay, so next step is trying to get this computer to do it. So I'm gonna turn it on with just the motherboard plugged in, and I hear the chipset fan going, but it's not running anything. The pump is not going. That's strange. Okay, so now I'm gonna plug the CPU in, see if we need CPU power in order to get things rolling, in order for the pump header to work here. All right, let's go for take 2 and go. Come on, pump. There's the pump going. Okay. Oh, kicked out for a second. Oh, progress. It's like pushing a little bit and then not at all. It looks like the pump doesn't have enough pressure to distribute it. Yeah. That's so weird. I'm gonna plug it into the CPU fan header. See if we get anything from that. I wonder if this is causing a leak in pressure. If the O-ring isn't sealed. And so it's not, like if that crack actually is causing it to not work. All right, I'm gonna try to tip it on its side to try to hopefully force some upward momentum and then see what happens. Let me know if I need to turn it off. Okay. We're getting nothing here. Also, like now we don't have good drainage. Yeah, it just feels like there's not enough pressure. No, because I can fill the reservoir to the top and then it doesn't keep moving. Oh. Hectic. Yeah, see, that's not adding anything extra.
Yeah.
Doesn't move. I think because of the crack, we don't have enough pressure in the distro plate. Oh man. Okay, so as you can see, it's freaking dark outside. It's late, and we try to solve this, but the only thing that I can reason out as to why the pump isn't working is not because the pump's not working. It's because there's not enough pressure on the inside of this distro block for it to actually push it through, just because of that crack right there. And even though it doesn't look like it's going through, apparently it is affecting the flow. That's the only thing that makes sense to me at this point. So yeah, it looks like everything is a little borked, unfortunately. So we are gonna have to call it quits for now. I'm gonna talk to Lee and Lee about sending us another distro plate so that we can actually finish this build, because the whole point of this video initially was to show off the 011 Dynamic XL, because I mean, like, look at it, it's freaking gorgeous. Everything is amazing, except for the fact that the distro plate isn't working. So this is a bad video in my opinion. I screwed up the loops. It didn't end up working at the end of it, but oh man, instead of calling it done, we'll just have to put it on pause for now. So with that being said, thank you so much for watching this video. And don't forget that today's video is brought to you by Drop and their HD58X headphones from Sennheiser. Check out the link in the video description to pick up these amazingly high quality, tremendous value headphones. And with that being said, I'm Brett with the UFD Tech channel. Thank you so much for watching. Hit the like button if you enjoyed it. Get subscribed to stay up to date on all of our tech related content. We'll see you in the next one. I need to go home. I'm done.